Well, here we are again.
Hey,
Scott Smith here with Travis Perry and a special guest. I'll let
Brady.
you introduce your daughter.
well, this is Brady, Allison Perry. And here's the thing, if it were not for three words that Brady said to me about 14 years ago, we wouldn't be sitting here talking, Scott.
Isn't this great? Yeah.
And over 500,000 people would not have learned to play the guitar with Chord Buddy. Brady is the reason Chord Buddy exists, because she said one day, "Daddy, will you make that for me?"
And you did with some after some fudgesicles.
Popsicles from some eaten fudgesicles.
I always encourage people to listen to the podcast because the story is in there. And but Brady, it is great to have you here. And a lot of people have heard about you, but now they get to meet you. So this is wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we've got to, and you've been working on the website because Chord Buddy, chordbuddy.com, we've got some new accessories available.
We do. I'll let Brady talk a little bit about what she's been doing.
Well, before we only had a couple, probably 2 or 3 accessories under the accessory/gift tab on the website, and I've added close to 10 or 12. We got about 10 or 12 on there now, and they're actually doing really great. People are really enjoying them.
Yeah. And we hope to add. We don't want to, just have to be a Walmart. We don't want that, but we want to have every accessory that a new guitar player or old guitar player, not old age-wise, but have been playing a long time, that they could need. And so that's what. So we'll be adding probably about another 6 or 7. I told Brady, go out and find us the top 20 accessories that guitar players want and need. And so that's what we've done.
For me, the number one is the tuner. I mean, that's the first accessory. If you didn't get it when you got your Chord Buddy, or have one when you bought your guitar, then to me, the first accessory to get is that tuner.
I totally agree. In fact, every customer that calls in, and we don't like to do this, I'll be honest, but we do it, that calls in to order. This is the order form. And because we like to do it through the computer because we have better tracking and everything's smoother than hand walking it through. But if they say, I say, what do you like to order? And they say, well, a Chord Buddy. And I say, well, do you have a tuner or do we need to add one? And they'll say, no, I don't. I say, well, if you don't have one, then whether you buy a tuner from me or not, you have to have a tuner. That's non-negotiable. Because as a guitar teacher for 40 years, I can't tell you how many kids brings their guitar in. I said, guitar in tune? They said, oh yeah, Uncle Jim Bob tuned it 4 years ago at the family reunion. and so they have trained their ear that out of tune is in tune.
Yeah.
So your ear is just like a muscle. You train it, and you do not train your ear that out of tune is in tune. So get it. You must have a tuner.
Well, and I'm just going to pull this up here. I've got it. I've got the website up, and I'm just going to go to that. I'm going to show that Chord Buddy tuner here. So that tuner right there just clips right onto your guitar, and right at the head of the guitar. And it's so easy because in the old days with tuners, I said, let me just hide that for a second, because this is what I used to use.
Oh, tuning fork.
This was the E tuning fork, and put that on the microphone there. You can hear that. And you tune the one string with a tuning fork, and then you go through and tune the rest of them. But now we just clip this tuner right onto the head of the guitar. You pluck the string, and it'll tell you. And you've got some patented technology inside that tuner as well.
Yes, in fact, when you go to our website and click on that page. Scroll down the page just a little bit, Scott.
There
I
we
want
go.
to show them that there'll be a video right there.
Hey, there
And
we
so
go.
watch that video. I'm going to tell you what it is, but I actually demonstrate it in that video. That my tuner will tell you when you're flat. My tuner will tell you when you're in tune. And here's the big thing. If you want to go just a little bit forward, it'll turn red. Whoa,
There we
right
go.
there. It even says stop. If you can look underneath the E, it actually says stop before you pop it's your string. So that patented technology actually knows that you are sharp of the note and you need to stop turning the key or you're going to break your string. That
Well, I tell you
actually
what.
won from NAMM Best New Guitar Accessory in 2014 or 15. I can't remember. But it won the #1 award for all of guitar products coming out for that technology.
And that's a pretty big deal because there's hundreds of products coming out. And just to be mentioned is pretty cool. Yeah. But to win that is just outstanding.
Yeah, Best New Guitar Accessory sure was. Yeah,
that's just wonderful. Yeah. So what? So to me, the tuner is important because if it doesn't matter how good or bad you are, if your guitar is out of tune, you're going to sound horrible and you're going to be pretty discouraged pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But there's some other products. And let's just. What else do we want to talk about?
Well, probably outside of the tuner, and this is for beginners. I wouldn't say that advanced players would need this quite as much, but as a beginning player, the metronome is very important, and I'll just demonstrate it real quick. Let me go to it. Two, three, four. Strum, 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 strum. Pick, strum, pick, strum. See, it's keeping you in time. And you can go up and you can go up. See, it's going faster. So you can find what BPM, beats per minute, you want it to be. And you can you'll be playing perfect timing, perfect rhythm. Now, it's got some things that's pretty cute to me. Let me go through the sounds it has. So that's just like a wood block.
Yep.
Cowbell. That's a snare, but it sounds like a pie plate to me.
Yeah, it does.
It does like a pie plate, doesn't it?
A little street jam there.
Yeah. So this is a hand clap. All right, here we go, guys. Here's my favorite. A dog.
Who let the dogs out?
And then this last one's a cool one too.
There
Crickets. Crickets chirping. So I think the metronome would be the after tuner, the next thing I'd buy, and I think they are $19.95 on our website. I think.
Yeah, and let me so I'll throw that up here as well. And
no, so 29. Okay, 29. Yeah.
So here it is, $29.95. And when you're practicing, if you're not using a metronome, you're going to be all over the place. Yeah. And then when you actually sit down and you want to play guitar, you want to sing a song with somebody, if you've been practicing with a metronome, you're going to be worlds ahead of where you're at. So be in tune, use a metronome, stay in time, because it's hard to stay in time just by yourself inside your own head. You're going to think you're right on, but it's going to be fast, slow. You're going to be all over the place. And
hey, Brady, run get the accessories that's open on Joanne's desk so I can go through that.
So here on the metronome, so that's $29.95. And then again, you've got another video here, which is great. This is just outstanding to be able to add
while Brady's gone, Scott, I'll give her another little pat on the head. We have never had demonstration product videos on our website until Brady came on board full time and started doing those for us. So
not only did she spur you on to create Chord Buddy, but here she is supporting all of that community, all 500,000 plus more people that are going to be learning to play guitar every day.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's
what
nice.
is the third thing? And we'll well, I've got two more things, but what the third tuner must have.
Yep.
Metronome is a gotta have. You know,
Yep.
you need a metronome. You need
I agree.
I
Boy.
have said before, Scott, and I mean this, if you're not playing in time, you're
Mhm.
not making music, you're making a mess. True.
I hear that. I
And
hear that.
nobody wants to listen. Nobody, don't be that guy that nobody wants to play with because they say he can't play in time or he's always out of tune.
That's right.
I've been to a lot of jams, and there's always that guy that when they walk in, they go, "Oh no,
Hmm.
Stu Flunky's here, and he can't play in time, and he's always out of tune."
They'll
Don't
be
be
all
that
over the
guy,
place.
please.
Yeah,
Is that right?
don't be
Brad?
that guy. I love that.
All right. Third thing. What is the third thing?
I think this might be our best seller to date. The guitar care and accessory kit. So-
Nice.
And so my dad.
So what all we got in there? I see.
Okay, let's go
looks
through
like-
it. So if you love your guitar, start from the top. We have a pick holder that this is two-sided tape. You can put it on the top of your guitar, put it on the
Mhm.
headstock of your guitar, wherever you want to put it. And not only does it hold one size, it holds 3 different kinds of picks and 3 different sizes of picks. So that's the first thing. It's a guitar holder.
You
Then
know, it's
we
funny
have-
because picks are funny because picks are not that expensive, but it's kind of like a postage stamp. When you need one, and it's worth a lot more. So
Well-
having them handy and not get lost is a great thing. So I
Scott,
love that.
I still play on the weekends, and in fact, we just played this past weekend, and in fact, that's where I've got to go to when I leave this live is to the place where we played and meet with those people. But
Nice.
anyway, when I start to play, all right, here's what I do: I take 2 picks. I've got one here, and then I play 2 more picks on my amp.
Yep.
Because I know I'm going to invariably drop one probably
Yep.
during the midst of a hot solo. So the next thing in there is a speed winder. So when you're changing strings, of which you want to do fairly regularly, at least every 3 months. I change strings if I'm playing a lot every week, but at least every 3 months.
Well, I think part of that is that humidity that you've got that you're playing with. So the neck and the strings they just wear faster.
Well, and I have a lot of acid or something in my hand, so it makes it corrodes it. Plus, you just get sweat and grime and you know in them, and you need to change. So
a little winder,
speed winder.
Yep.
We have a cleaning cloth, microfiber cleaning cloth, and the Formula 65 Dunlop cleaning and polishing spray.
Nice.
This is wonderful. If you love your guitar, and I know you do, you want to use number 65. Then we have a capo. And so for those that do not know what a capo is, it allows you, if you're learning with Chord Buddy and you've learned G, C, D, and E minor. Well, say you're playing a song and you go, "Oh, I need to sing this in the key of A." Well, what you would do, you'd put this on the neck of your guitar in the 2nd fret, and then play the chords you know and have learned with Chord Buddy, G, C, D, and E minor. But now instead of the key of G, you're in the key of A, and that's what a capo does.
Yep.
Next thing is a bridge pin puller. So at the end of your guitar, the big end, you'll have 6 little ivory colored pins that hold the guitar string in the body of the guitar, and this pulls them out.
Oh yeah, you know I have struggled with that, trying to get those little pegs out. The little, you know, they're hard plastic and they're round.
Yeah.
And so my fingers keep pulling right off, just pulling right off of it.
Oh yeah, you can't. You can't.
And because they'll get snug, especially over time.
Yeah. And also our speed winder actually has a puller on it too.
Oh,
So
that's good
that'd be
because
2 you'll have.
you don't want to get out a pair of pliers. You don't want to go into the garage and pull the pliers out because that hard metal in the pliers is going to chew up those pegs. So
Exactly.
use the Cord Buddy accessory kit with the pin puller.
Yep. And I have one more, and that's 1995. I think it accessory 1995. And then one more. This is a 3-in-1 tool. This is called the Pro Winder, and this has the part that does your speed winder. It also has a built-in bridge puller.
Nice.
And then it has a wire cutter to cut off the 6 inches of string that's going to be left on your headstock. Cut that off before you poke your eyeball out. And
I tell you,
and I'm not kidding when I say that. I know a guy it happened to.
Yeah. Gives me the willies just thinking about it. So trim it off.
Trim it off. Good friend of mine, guitar player, picked his guitar up and hadn't cut him off and poked it right in his eye. Oof. So please cut your strings off. Oof. And this is 1995, isn't it, Brady?
I think it's 20.
Yeah, I'll just put that up on the screen here, and and there it is.
Have I done a video with that one yet? I don't know. It's not. We haven't. Okay, so I'll be doing a video on that one to demonstrate it. But
we got a video.
Okay,
we got a video right there. Yeah, Brady,
so
you are on the ball. Look at that. Right there in the Cord Buddy World Headquarters in Dothan, Alabama. Yeah. And that's just another reminder. I want to let everyone know that Cord Buddy is a U.S. product. And for those of you who watched Travis on Cord Buddy, Mr. Wonderful there really wanted to get him
Shark
to
Tank, actually.
Shark Tank really wanted Travis to send this overseas and have it manufactured there. But that was never been the idea from the very beginning.
It never will be, Scott. And I say this 100%. I will shut the doors before we do that.
Yeah. So. And what's amazing is that it's not just there in the plant. And I've been to the Cord Buddy plant there in Dothan, where you have a good sized crew of people that are supporting their families, putting together Cord Buddies and shipping them out every day. Yeah. And a lot of other businesses in Dothan are also being supported by the Cord Buddy sales. A lot of families there.
Yep. Our people that make our books, and we're one of their largest clients that make our song books. The actual Cord Buddy itself is made right here in Dothan, and so there's probably about 6 that work on that project, all combined, probably close to 30 families making a living, feeding their families from Cord Buddy. So that's something we're real proud of.
Yeah, I just think that's outstanding that you made that commitment. You've stuck to it for all these years. And, I've had the chance to go and visit where those books are printed. And I know they're grateful, but they do a great job. The books, all of the injection molding, everything that's done, it's top quality that's coming in and going out to all the customers.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Scott. Yeah.
The other things that I think is probably very surprising to so many people is how actively you are involved with every person that buys Cord Buddy.
Yeah, I personally send an email to every person that orders. It comes to I have a separate email account set up just for that, and I send a personal email to everyone that buys a Cord Buddy. And then I do probably 90% of the customer service issues I handle personally.
Yeah, I love it. I was looking at a comment here we got on Facebook, Carl Smith. Not quite sure exactly, Carl, what your question is or comment is. Cord Buddy not got the fender too good anyway. But if you're thinking that it won't fit maybe on
the only fender that it's a little suspect is the fender bullet, and that is because the fender bullet neck is probably a 30-second narrower than the standard guitar neck.
Yeah.
And so what we have had to do is send some extra pads for people that have had the Fender Bullet. But
so that's
outside
easy.
of that, we've had zero issues with any Fender acoustics or any other Fender like the Stratocaster, Telecaster outside of the Bullet. So
yeah, because we have a Stratocaster for my daughter, and I know the Chord Buddy worked really well on that. But again, this is that personal contact that you have. You send that message out and say someone like Carl is having a difficult time because maybe he has a Bullet, and then he can write back and say, well, I know exactly what it is, because after 500,000 guitars, I think you know which ones are going to need a little extra assistance.
Yeah, that one and the Canadian Seagull.
Yeah,
Same
Seagull.
issue with the Seagull. It's a little smaller. Plus, the E strings are a little more on the outside of the fretboard.
Yeah.
So that's been an issue with Seagull owners. Wonderful guitar, though.
I love Seagull guitars.
Yeah.
I think the strangest one that I put the Chord Buddy on was this one right here.
This is
the
Sennheiser. Is that a Sennheiser?
This is the Steinberger.
Steinberg, yeah.
Sennheiser. Looks like a canoe paddle.
Yeah.
Get back here a little bit. It has no head on it, but I took and put the Chord Buddy on there, and it worked great.
Speaking of customer service, we had a person the other day that was having trouble. Couldn't get it on there, wasn't working right, and anyway, so a picture speaks 1,000 words, and video speaks 1,000,000. But I told the guy, I said, "Well, send me a picture of your guitar, and then I'll know what it is." The issue with him is he had bought a classical Chord Buddy, and he was putting it on a Dreadnought, a standard steel string.
Right, and
so it wouldn't tighten up
classical.
enough.
Yeah, that classical is going to have a much wider neck.
Yep.
And
usually it's the opposite. Usually they buy the standard Chord Buddy, but they have a classical guitar, and the Chord Buddy will not fit on it. But he sent me a picture, and I said, "Oh, I immediately know what it is. You have bought the classical Chord Buddy, and you don't need it." So I said, "I will send you the correct one out immediately." And I got his shipping information, and it went out within 5 minutes of me speaking with him. So any customer that has a problem, all you have to do is email me at travis@chordbuddy.com. I'm happy to first talk on the phone, and then if we need to get on a Zoom call or a video chat so I can see what's going on, I do that with people once or twice a week. I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, and I've been there when you come in the morning, and all those orders that have come in, you're going through every one of them, sending everyone an email, welcoming them to the Chord Buddy family, and letting them know that if they do have issues, they have that opportunity to contact you directly. Of course, we have the Facebook page, and we're broadcasting into that Facebook page right now. But we also have the Striking a Chord group. And so you can join Striking a Chord. So facebook.com/groups/striking a chord. And you can get in there. And there's a lot of support. Everybody that's in the Chord Buddy family that's there has been very supportive of each other, giving each other tips and tricks and playing songs and showing them how
posting their own videos, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, they're posting their videos. I'm gonna put this list of accessories back up because Brady, you have done a great job posting these, and so we've got the tuner that we talked about. Must have. You got to have one. Even if you don't buy a Chord Buddy today, buy a tuner if you don't have one. Get one of those on there, and then a metronome. That's going to make you're going to feel better when you play when you have a metronome. And you can set that based on the song, and most sheet music will tell you what the beats per minute is, and you can set that on your metronome. You got the guitar accessory kit, and Brady was saying that's one of the most popular. Take care of your instrument. You've invested some money in that guitar. keep it clean, change the strings, keep hold of your picks. And then we've got some other things. This is two things here that I really like. The first one is a guitar stand. Everyone has to have a guitar stand, or the wall mount, because if you have a guitar and it's in the closet, in the case, or under the bed, you're not going to play it.
That's it.
Gotta have a stand.
In fact, when again, music teacher for 40 years, I tell my students never, and I tell my Chord Buddy family, never put your guitar in the case when it's in home, because if you do, then you will find a reason not to get it out and play it. So have a guitar stand or a wall hanger that you keep your guitar in at home. That way you'll pick it up and play it. Just a shout out to Tracy. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you as a customer. Hope your hand gets well soon so you can get back to playing. And thank you so much for your service to our country. So, and I'm gonna have to run here pretty quick, Scott. I've got to head up to
I know you got to get back down to the venue there where that was. So this has been great, Travis. And just to let everyone know that we will also be live tomorrow on Amazon, amazon.com/live. And so that'll be at 10 Central Time. And so we'll be on there. We'll be a little bit more in depth, longer there. So you'll be able to join and chat and ask questions. And we would love to hear your stories, just like Tracy, about using Chord Buddy and how it's helped him out. Some of those stories, and we'll talk about these tomorrow.
Yeah.
They'll bring some emotion out in you.
They will. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, hey, thanks, guys. Thank you, Chord Buddy family. We love you.
Yeah. We're going to jump out here. So be safe on the road. Brady, great to see you. Great work adding those accessories.
Thank
and
you.
with that, we're going to end this broadcast.